Recently, my friend and I got to visit America's incredible Bryce Canyon National Park for a couple days during the Utah winter, and we got to thoroughly explore the area and see some of the most stunning scenery the Wild West has to offer. Howdy folks, my name is Zane, and today I'll be taking you along our hike on the Peekaboo Loop Trail, a moderate 5-mile long trail which takes you deep into Bryce Canyon and gives you some of the most stunning views of the fascinating hoodoos the park has to offer. Also make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss a new video. We are just a little bit down the trail so far. We haven't made it too far, but we are approaching a lot, and I mean a lot of ice, okay? Almost to the point where I think we might have to try sliding down the ice and hope that we don't fall off, because as you can see, it's pretty bad. The first part of the trail we were on was actually closed due to parts of it literally being frozen over with ice, so we literally just slid down the ice, which was actually kind of fun. After getting past the ice, we got some truly incredible overlooks, including hiking through what I would describe as a hoodoo tunnel, which culminates with you getting an incredible view of the valley and mountains off in the distance. Just a short distance from the hoodoo tunnel, you get a once-in-a-lifetime shot of two natural bridges, or arches as they're called, being right next to each other. This is an extremely rare find, and the only other place I can think of where you get a double arch would probably be nearby Moab. So Owen and I are pretty deep into the canyon now. We're not even like 20% of the way done with the trail though. It's super wooded down here, and what makes this really cool is that like you get the woods, but you also get like the beautiful hoodoos. It's a really cool combination of just the two. It's a merger of the forest and the most stunning deserts on the face of the planet. It's really cool. As you get lower into the bottom of the canyon, you'll stumble upon a bunch of pine trees. This might surprise a lot of you since Bryce is in a desert, but Bryce is basically a combination of deserts and forests, which is what makes it such a special and magical place. I grew up in northern Arizona where ponderosa pine trees abound, and I've spent a lot of time in both desert and forested places, so the combo here made Bryce one of my favorite national parks that I've thus far been to. Okay, so I'd say we are currently about like 50% of the way done with this trail. We are surrounded on all sides and hiking through literally just a bunch of hoodoos with trees all over them. It is nothing short of absolutely magnificent. So one thing you'll notice when you're hiking along this trail is how the scenery just changes, like in particular the biodiversity, you know, because when you start out at Bryce viewpoint and you start hiking down, you get to see a lot of pine trees, but like once you get a little bit further along into the trail, you see a lot less trees in general. It begins to feel more like a desert than like you're in the redwoods forest of California at the beginning of the trail. At this point, we were probably only about halfway through the loop, and it had already yielded some stunning vistas made all the better by some of the desert mesas off in the distance. And the best part, we hadn't even reached the coolest portion of this hike. Well folks, this is the view I was talking about. We are right along the rim wall, and we get some absolutely stunning close-ups of the bridges. If we turn around, we get this awesome view. It is truly a magnificent sight, and I have never seen anything quite like this. The next part of the Peekaboo Loop had us hugging the canyon wall and getting to look 1,000 feet up at some of the same overlooks we had stopped at earlier in the day, and an even better view of the double arches. I also got to capture some awesome stock footage of the clouds zooming past the hoodoos. I know, it's freaking awesome, isn't it? So we are getting pretty close to the end of the trail, probably about 75%, and we are hugging the side of the mountain right now. You can't see it because of the hoodoo, but look at this insane view that you get just standing here along the side of the mountain underneath it. You get such an insane view of all those hoodoos. I think that's a really fascinating view right there. And then you got
some of the mountains in the background. Like, look at that.
It was about this time that we had to start making our way back up the connector trail that we had come down, and I would have ended the video off here, but while we were hiking back up, we actually ran into some Chinese tourists who had attempted to cross the same ice that we did, and they got trapped because they were too afraid to move. We then spent the next 10 minutes helping them get up and over the ice, which thankfully went alright, although for obvious reasons I wasn't filming the event. Please make sure to stay safe out in the wild and know your limits so you don't have problems like they did. If you're hiking this trail during spring or summer, I'd give it a medium difficulty rating, as it's really not very rocky and it's mainly just going up and down with a lot of elevation, which can wear you out. It's definitely a hike worth your time, as you get some absurdly stunning views of the canyon, and I totally recommend. If you enjoyed this adventure, please comment your thoughts and make sure to hit the like button and subscribe with notifications turned on so you never miss a new video. I upload lots of content about Western abandoned mines and other beautiful places throughout America. Anyways, I will catch you all in the next one.